We represent Fresno County employees. John and I are both supervisors within the probation department. John is the vice president. He represents all the supervisors within Fresno County. And myself as the elected-wide chapter president, I represent all the employees within Fresno County. So that's 5 bargaining units.
So traditionally, agencies are allowed to, when their weapons get unserviceable or old, or they want to change to different makes or models or calibers just to keep up with other agencies, you can do 2 things with them. They can cash them in to a person who is a gun dealer or where they're buying them from. That way they can get a credit, okay? Or with approval of a board of supervisors or city council or whatever entity that they're working under, they can sell those back to qualified individuals under the law. They're off-roster weapons, which can only be sold to sworn current law enforcement officers. AB 2699 allows that, and it's currently being reworked right now in the state assembly to make it more strict, because there's some folks that believe that law enforcement officers shouldn't be buying their weapons back. They should just go back to a dealer. Mm-hmm. The department decided that they were going to have a process outside AB 2699, and that was going to be their own internal process of you had to attend department-sponsored firearms training, you had to be carrying a certain weapon if you were armed after a certain date. This thing was like a 1.5 page long of different made-up processes, I would say.
They sent it to the people they felt were eligible. That was included deputy probation officers, administrators, and some juvenile correctional officers and some supervising juvenile correctional officers that they said should have been eligible to purchase. Being the fact that we saw this as a benefit to employees, we felt we had a right to meet and confer over their process to do this. Thus why we filed the grievance and asked for specific information, which they did not want to give to us.
How the union got involved is we were like, look, you're making up a process here, you're making a benefit, so some of our members in the Unit 36 were left out and some were left allowed to purchase.
Any other surplus equipment, they have a department that handles the surplus equipment because that's the approved process through the county, and then it's put on an auction and anybody can purchase. But being the guns cannot be sold to members of the public, you have to find some other means. And the only other means you can utilize is to go into the board of supervisors to get permission to do it. That didn't happen. The board was totally blindsided, had no knowledge of this, and I think that's probably one of the primary reasons why it got shut down. It's just the fact that the process wasn't transparent, and then the law was cherry picked and not fully utilized to ensure that the only people who were able to purchase the firearms were the ones that were in compliance with that law. So that's a question to go back as to why was it canceled? Because so if everything was good, there would have been no need to cancel it. So there's questions to be asked: is why did they make a procedure pretty much behind closed doors, and then how come they didn't follow how the law was prescribed? It was that simple, and be interested to know what the response is. How come you didn't follow it as the law prescribed, and how come you did not follow the process that the county put in place for you to be able to sell firearms?
And we reiterated several times to the department, these are not your weapons. These are the County of Fresno taxpayer-funded weapons, that anything that's purchased with the County of Fresno has to be approved by the Board of Supervisors.
Chief Probation Officer Haynes, just want to get a little bit of the timeline of when this buyback program happened, because the law was passed, it went into effect 2021, and this letter went out to your staff March 7th.
Right.
So when did you guys kind of seek counsel on whether you could do this program or not?
You know, like I said, I'm not going to be able to talk about those kinds of things because of the grievance that's pending.
Right. But you did see county council on whether, if you could do this program?
Like I said, I can talk to you after the grievance is settled itself.
Right. And did you have to go to the Board of Supervisors to be able to sell the guns?
Like I said, when the grievance is resolved, then we'll be able to talk.
Okay. And so what happens to the guns now? Now that you're not going to sell them, what do you do with the guns?
When the grievance is resolved, then I'll be able to let you know.
But do you want to just make a statement just about this whole process, just so I can get, your side?
Once we have the grievance resolved, I'll give you a statement.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.